Good morning, everybody. We warmly welcome all of you to the career oriented course titled Communicative English, offered by the Department of English, Yashwant Mahavidyalaya Nanded. This is a special course that is devised by you, by all our teaching faculty belonging to the Department of English, headed by Dr. L.V. Padmarani Rao. The structure of this communicative English is designed in such a way that it has an objective of training its students to pick up the communication skills in English. The second objective of this course is to enable the individuals to become independent in establishing either an institute to offer communicative English or to become good teachers teaching English at various levels, maybe school as well as college. The third objective of this course is to develop the listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills of the students. The fourth objective of communicative English is to pick up the skills for an efficient shaping of the career of the students. With these objectives, let us get ourselves introduced to the course. The course is offered at three levels. At the first year level, it is offered as a certificate course in communicative English. At the second year level, it is offered as a diploma course in communicative English. And at the third year level, it is offered as the advanced diploma course in communicative English. The syllabi of the certificate, diploma, and advanced diploma courses are devised by Yashwant Mahavidyalaya Nanded and is approved by the university. The course is run in the college as a semester course offered for 3 to 6 months. But the examination of these courses, certificate, diploma, as well as advanced diploma, will be organized at the end of the academic year before your final examinations begin. The examinations are taken by Swami Ramanand Tirtha University, which is the affiliating university of Yashwant Mahavidyalaya. And the certification to the students who have qualified will be given by the parent university. The certificate course has got three papers, paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. Paper 1 is titled as English Phonology. Paper 2 is titled as Listening Comprehension and paper 3 is titled as the Reading Comprehension. The diploma course has got again three papers. The first paper is called as the Pedagogic Grammar, introducing you to the basic grammatical items of English language. The second paper emphasizes on developing the speaking skills, and the third paper emphasizes on developing the writing skills of the students. The advanced diploma course also has got three papers. Paper 1 is the other types of communication, which takes care of the communication related to scientific as well as commerce. The second paper talks about the situational English and functional English. It selects a few situations where English is used and gives you a sort of model to teach you as to how to meet with the situations. The paper also deals with the functional English, which introduces the students to the basic functions of English language. The third paper in the advanced diploma course talks about English for practical purposes, both in the scientific as well as the commercial areas. Let us look into the course details of each paper. The certificate course has got paper 1 as English Phonology, which introduces the students to the phonetics and phonology of English language, with the details like the importance of English, the status of English in India, the aims and objectives of teaching English, learning of English in India, what exactly are the different problems of teaching English language in a second language situations like India. Then it talks about the language as a system of communication, varieties of English, language as a skill, and developing communicative competence. The third part of paper number 1 introduces you to the organs of speech, the concept of phonemes and allophones with the IPA chart. Then we talk about the English consonants and the English vowels with the weak forms, followed by accent, rhythm, and intonation. The second paper is titled as Listening Comprehension. which introduces you to the topics like the extracts from news bulletins, speeches, lectures, talks, informal dialogues, formal dialogues, and conversations like describing people, expressing agreement and disagreement, and conversations like asking for directions, giving directions, invitations, accepting and declining invitations. These are the various listening comprehension activities undertaken under this unit for the understanding of the students. The third paper talks about the reading comprehension, like reading newspapers, passages, speeches, poems, short stories, maps, charts, graphs, scientific texts and business letters, articles, reading a dictionary, thesaurus, encyclopedia, and atlas. This paper aims at enabling its students to read all these that are prescribed in an effective way. The diploma course introduces the paper of pedagogic grammar, and the grammar covers the concepts of morphology, word classes like nouns, verbs, articles, prepositions, conjunctions, pronouns. It also introduces the basic concepts of English phrases, clauses, and sentences with their various transformations. And finally ends the paper with the topic of common errors that are used or made in English. The second paper talks about the development of speaking skills among the students with the informal conversations, formal and telephonic conversations, debates, speeches, discussions, seminars, and interviews. The third paper talks about the writing skills and the development of writing skills among the students. And it introduces to the writing of paragraphs, compositions, story building, note taking, note making, writing summaries, letters, descriptive and narrative compositions, and writing reviews and reports. The advanced diploma, which is offered at the third year level, has got the paper number 1 as the other types of communication, which talks about the writing of diaries, both private and general, writing of travelogues, notes, tables, charts, graphs, newspaper, articles for journals, writing for radio and television, and writing advertisements. The situational and functional English, which is the second paper of advanced diploma, talks about various situations and functions. And the third paper, which is English for practical purposes, talks about science and technology reading and writing comprehension and business communication reading and writing comprehension, like you could see on the slide. The assessment for each paper will be a theory paper which is of 100 marks and a practical. The theory paper will have 5 compulsory questions each with 20 marks, covering the entire syllabus of each paper, totaling the marks to 100. The practical is one practical is taken for all the 3 papers with 100 mark, which is normally being done by the external examiner as well as an internal examiner. So the certificate course, which has 3 papers, paper number 1, paper number 2, and paper number 3, are introduced to you right now at this stage. Paper number 1 on English phonology will be taken by my colleague, Mr. Mukunwar. He is Mr. Gajanan Mukunwar, who is associated with the Department of English, Yeshwant Mahavidyalaya Nanded, for a couple of years, a fully qualified and enthusiastic linguist and teacher. He is very much interested in linguistics and language teaching. So he would be taking your English phonology paper. Paper number 2 on listening comprehension and reading and paper number 3 with reading comprehension will be dealt by I myself. The planning for the lessons will be done by the individual teachers. I would want to make myself clear that paper number 2 and paper number 3, both listening as well as reading comprehension exercises, would be given to you on every Sunday. One for listening comprehension and one for reading comprehension. The paper number 1 will be dealt by Mr. Gajanan Mukunwar, and he has got full liberty to deal the paper as he wants to in the Google Classroom. Thank you very much for having a patient listening. Bye for now, and let's meet in the class with the first lesson.